If you wake up with stuffy sinuses, a foggy brain, dry mouth, or stubborn morning breath, your late afternoon and evening habits might be playing a bigger role than you think. This is a video your morning self will thank you for watching. Watch till the end as I'll talk you through the ultimate evening routine, step by step, to help you wake up more rested, with clear sinuses, fresher breath, a hydrated mouth, and fewer morning headaches or brain fog. Before we get into the routine, let's quickly review why mornings often feel congested, dry, and smelly. Most people don't realize this, but morning congestion and dry mouth come from two main causes. Cause number one is mouth breathing at night. Mouth breathing triggers several problems. Carbon dioxide drops overnight. This reduces oxygen delivery to your brain and sinuses. That's why you may wake up with a heavy head, achy sinuses, or the feeling that you didn't sleep deeply enough. The mouth dries out. Saliva naturally decreases during sleep. When the mouth is open, dryness increases dramatically, and odor-producing bacteria thrive, especially on the back of your tongue, where the highest concentration of these bacteria live. Reduced saliva plus lower oxygen equals double the chances of morning bad breath. That's why scraping your tongue as part of your nighttime oral hygiene routine solves only part of the problem. The next cause is the nighttime congestion cycle. Once the mouth opens, nasal airflow slows. According to modern medical science, the nasal tissues, which are vascular erective tissue, respond by swelling to conserve moisture. This swelling narrows the nasal passages and creates a sensation of blockage, which makes you open your mouth even more. According to Buteyko's theory, the swelling happens because of the rapid loss of carbon dioxide, and swelling is a protection mechanism to stop you from continuous hyperventilation. I personally think both mechanisms coexist. This cycle can last all night. Nasal swelling causing stuffiness and more mouth breathing. Mouth breathing in turn causing more stuffiness. Result: guaranteed morning sinus congestion. The next reason is nitric oxide drops sharply. When nasal breathing stops, nitric oxide production plummets. Nitric oxide is essential for keeping nasal tissues open, reducing inflammation, and supporting blood flow. Less nitric oxide, more swelling and stuffiness. Number two main reason or major reason is GI health, your gastrointestinal health, and digestion. The second major contributor to morning breath is incomplete digestion. When protein isn't fully broken down, it ferments and produces ammonia and sulfur compounds. These gases enter the bloodstream and are exhaled through the lungs. Heavy, fatty, protein-rich meals and dairy close to bedtime can worsen this, especially if digestion is sluggish. Reflux can bring acidic or partially digested materials upward, adding to the smell. Alcohol adds another layer. Alcohol produces sharp, pungent compounds like acetaldehyde and acetic acid, which are exhaled through the lungs. It also dehydrates the body and suppresses saliva, a perfect recipe for morning odor. Other contributors are gum disease, tonsil stones, dehydration, and poor dental hygiene. They all can amplify morning breath, but they are usually secondary and result for most people through the regular dental office visits. When you fix those root causes, morning feel completely different. Let's build your evening routine to support clearer breathing, better digestion, and more restorative sleep. So step one of your ultimate evening routine: end work at least 4 hours before bed. Sedentary work, screen time, talking, and mental strain all promote subtle hyperventilation. By the end of the day, many office workers feel more exhausted than people doing physical labor. Give your nervous system time to shift out of work mode and into rest and digest. Step number two: choose quiet, screen-free activities. For the last 2 to 4 hours before bed, choose calming hobbies like scrapbooking, crocheting, woodworking, painting, reading, singing, playing an instrument, or gentle crafting. Slow, repetitive handwork calms the brain, reduces sympathetic activation, and naturally slows breathing. Step number three: avoid long or intense conversations. Long, expressive, or emotional talking is the least recognized, non-obvious hyperventilation contributor. Save deep conversations for earlier in the day. Step number 4. Light movement before or an hour after dinner. Give your body a gentle circulation and carbon dioxide boost. Choose light activities, such as outdoor walks, stretching, playing ball with your kids, gentle rebounding. The key, breathe only through your nose. Think of this as airway priming before sleep. It clears sinuses, improves circulation, reduces airway collapse, and calms the nervous system. Avoid strenuous exercise late at night. If you do heavy cardio or weightlifting, aim for anywhere between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. If you're finding this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and comment to help me make more videos like this. I truly appreciate every token of your support, and I'm inspired by your feedback. Step number 5. Support digestion. To reduce gastrointestinal-related morning breath, eat heavier foods, especially animal protein and hard-to-digest fats, between noon and 6 p.m., when digestion peaks. Chew thoroughly. Pair protein with leafy greens, herbs, spices, or vegetables to support enzyme activity. Avoid alcohol and caffeine close to bedtime. Now a few tips about bedroom environment. Tip number 1, keep humidity between 40 and 60%. Dry air worsens mouth breathing. Humidifiers help in dry climate. On the contrary, in overly humid coastal areas, a dehumidifier or air conditioner might be helpful instead. Tip number 2, avoid overheating. Warm, stuffy air increases breathing volume and frequency. So keep the bedroom slightly cooler at night. Use lightweight, natural fiber blankets. Wash bedding with mild, fragrance-free detergent. Add a removable comforter in winter if needed. Tip number 3, skip candles and incense in the bedroom. They can irritate the airways and increase nighttime congestion. Overall, it's a good idea to have an air purifier in your bedroom. Other rituals you might already do. If you do saline rinses, aim at least 30 minutes before bed. Rinsing too late can leave water lingering in the sinuses. Keep evening showers warm, not hot. Very hot water or contrast showers close to bedtime can stimulate the nervous system. Use nasal strips or clips if needed if you have a deviated septum or narrow nasal passages. This can help maintain airflow and keep your nose breathing at night. And saving the best for last, next step, the most powerful pre-bed routine. Spend 20 to 30 minutes combining gentle Buteyko breathing, humming, and mouth taping right after. Buteyko breathing exercises are very easy to do, and when done right before sleep, hold a special power. Choose 1, 2, or all 3 and spend a few minutes relaxing in a chair or in bed, propped up with pillows, and relaxing through the exercises. So why humming works? A 2002 study from Karolinska Hospital in Sweden found that humming increases nitric oxide levels in the sinuses 15-fold compared to quiet exhalation. Gas exchange between the nasal passages and sinuses jumped from 4% to 98% during humming. The researchers concluded that humming is beneficial for preventing sinus infections. This combined routine boosts both carbon dioxide and nitric oxide, opens your sinuses, relaxes your brain, slows your heart rate, and prepares you for deeply restorative sleep. Afterward, tape your mouth gently to maintain benefits throughout the night. You can find my safe mouth taping guide linked below. Try this evening routine for 1 week and notice how different your mornings feel. You'll have clear sinuses, fresher breath, no dry mouth, no heavy head, more energy, more mental clarity. Your airways and your whole body will thank you. If you like this video, please support my channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing. And if you're curious what complete breathing retraining can do for your health, feel free to contact me for a consultation. Till next time.